Hey, my name is Irina Hall, and today we're interviewing Eric Velji. Eric is one of those people who left corporate America to become a farmer. Eric has built a distribution channel for farmers, and today we're talking to him about collaborations and building partnerships in business. So let's get started.
I guess I've always been an entrepreneur since as I was a little kid. My parents told me I was. I would paint little colored pictures or do drawings or watercolors, and someone said, "Oh, that's really great." And I'd say, "Cool, how much would you pay for it?" And that was me at 3 years old. And since then it kind of evolved when I was always looking for opportunities to kind of follow that passion. And it evolved through school and was always one thing after next until I found something that fit. So in my current business, where we're a produce distributor, we focus on local produce, local vendors, and working mostly farm-to-table restaurants. That started with me actually burning out in corporate America. After I went to college, got my degree in business and finance, went and worked in the corporate world at a desk 40 hours a week, and it just wasn't for me. And I was looking for a way out and stayed too long in that environment and realized I need to get out. Where am I going? And I thought, I would get back to my passions of being outside, growing up in a rural area, and say, I could be a farmer. How hard could it be? And luckily enough, I did some research before just diving into that and knowing that it is really hard. And what we found the hardest parts of it financially for farmers is distribution. So I took that idea and did my research, talked to people and said, all right, if I'm going to be a farmer, how am I going to do my own distribution? Learned different channels, found different ways, and through doing that, the idea went off that why could I not do this for many people and help lots of people who are in this situation and not just try to build this system for myself? I guess that kind of depends. Each situation's been a little bit different. Everything I try to do happens organically. I don't necessarily go looking for collaborations. I don't look for partners, but I'm open to opportunities. I'm always letting the marketplace tell me what to do and what's next. And when I see there's a link missing in the chain, I try to see if that's something we can fill or somebody else can help fill for us. And those relationships and friendships and partnerships happen naturally by doing that. I think for me, it's just been that every collaboration takes time. It's not rushing into something, jumping into something as soon as it sounds like it might be a good plan, but it's constantly pursuing that, working at pulling your weight, making sure they're pulling theirs, and seeing if it's a fit. It's like dating. It's getting to know somebody, getting to know their thoughts and plans, and knowing that it's going to be a long-term successful thing, and knowing that you're going to ease into that and find your ways. You may find different directions or things will go in a different way, but taking that time and seeing it through is how we found our partners that are still with us today. I think for entrepreneurs, the thing that people always told me, and I try to tell people, is to there's to an extent you can follow your passion. I think that's really important to be happy with what you do, but you don't that end result doesn't always look like what you're imagining right now. So being flexible, being open, evolving with the marketplace, letting the marketplace dictate the way your business grows so that you have customers. It's great to have this awesome concept and a great product, but if nobody buys it, you're not really an entrepreneur. You're not yet. And so compromising between those two of what you want to do, what you think the market wants, and what they actually want is how you do it long term. Specifically, I think Drive by Daniel Pink was one of the best books I read, and maybe not in the entrepreneurial space, but it was something I read that got me out of my job doing my own thing, because I realized I had to follow that drive. I had to follow my passions. I wasn't happy doing this, and he writes it in a way that says this is the way your employees should be treated. And I thought, man, I'm not even treating myself that way yet. And so for me, that was a big life-changing one that took me on the path of entrepreneurship formally. Other than that, I'd say you really need to hit a lot of different types of books. You read the standards of Malcolm Gladwell books and all the stuff that everyone's done on the circuit. Those are important to know, those good principles, but there's a lot more out there as well. Books from industry-specific type stuff that you're working in. I think for me, I've always trained myself to try to know if I'm dealing with farmers, I need to know enough to hold that conversation. The same with chefs or restaurant owners. So my rule of thumb is that I know more about farming than everyone in every restaurant, and I know more about restaurants than any farmer I ever talked to. And I try to use it. It doesn't work 100%, but I try to gauge that as making sure I'm reading, studying, staying current on things, and can be an expert in my field. My morning routine is tough because in the produce world, we start very early, 4:15, 4:30, and we have to be on the road to beat traffic, get trucks from the warehouse and do it. So we don't have a long time to do a morning routine. I would love to get up and work out and meditate and look at my list for the day, but honestly, it's roll out of bed, get shoes on, and get on the truck as fast as possible. and then you kind of sit in traffic and recover and meditate or listen to podcasts, do things like that. So I think a lot of that prep happens the night before, getting our paperwork done for the day, leaving almost nothing for the morning if possible, packing food, packing water, knowing what I'm going to do for the day. It happens the day before, because when I wake up, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm trying to find my shoes, my keys, and that's it.
We would like to thank Eric for his great advice. If you have any questions for us that you would like to have answered, please connect with us on social media and let us know. Also, feel free to check out our website at creativemusclestudios.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, stay tuned for the next episode, and be brave and passionate.